Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of the Mr. Camilleri Show. Today's show is going to focus on three-digit addition with and without regrouping. DJ, drop a beat for the learning target of the day. The learning target of the day for Season 2, Episode 7 of the Mr. Camilleri Show is I can add three-digit numbers with and without regrouping. Success criteria: correctly solve 10 three-digit addition problems. So for the first 5 examples, there's going to be no regrouping. For example 6 to 10, there will be regrouping. Let's get into it. So for example number 1, we have 283 plus 114. Now instead of adding these two numbers together in your head, the easier way to do it is to add the digits in the ones place, the tens place, and the hundreds place. And we always start in the ones place. So think of it as 3 separate one-digit problems. So 3 plus 4 equals 7. So we have 7 ones. 7 is the sum of the digits in the ones place. 8 plus 1 equals 9. So 9 is the sum of the digits in the tens place. 2 plus 1 equals 3. 3 is the sum of the digits in the hundreds place. And we now have our final answer. 283 plus 114 equals 397. So our second example is 512 plus 345. So another way to solve these problems when you're just starting out is to have the numbers in boxes. A lot of teachers like to give students these problems on graph paper. That way it's easier to see the ones place, the tens place, and the hundreds place. But the strategy for solving the problem is exactly the same. We always start in the ones place with the digits all the way to the right. 2 plus 5 equals 7. 1 plus 4 equals 5. 5 plus 3 equals 8. And we have our answer, 512 plus 345 equals 857. Example number 3, 314 plus 113. So we always start in the ones place. 4 plus 3 equals 7. Then we go to the tens place. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Now I'm finishing up in the hundreds place. 3 plus 1 equals 4. And we have our final answer. 314 plus 113 equals 427. Example number 4, 820 plus 115. So we start in the ones place. 0 plus 5 equals 5. 2 plus 1 equals 3. 8 plus 1 equals 9. And we have our final answer. 820 plus 115 equals 935. Example number 5. This is the final example that does not require regrouping. 500 plus 117. So we start out in the ones place. 0 plus 7 equals 7. 0 plus 1 equals 1. 5 plus 1 equals 6. And we have our final answer. 500 plus 117 equals 617. Now we are going to get into examples 6 to 10. Notice the first 5 examples did not require regrouping because our sums are all 9 or less in the first 5 examples. When our sums end up being 10 or more, then regrouping is required, and you're going to see the additional step we need to do for that in my next 5 problems. Example numbers 6 to 10. Let's get into it. So example problem number 6. 145 plus 237. So again, I want you to think of this problem as 3 separate one-digit problems. We always start in the ones place. 5 plus 7 equals 12. And we're only allowed to put one digit in the ones place. So the 2 in the number 12 would go in the ones place, and the 1 would get carried over to the tens place. So this is what would be happening. So the 1 number 12 gets carried over to the tens place, and the 2 in number 12 is what we put in the ones place. 4 plus 3 equals 7, plus the 1 that we carried over makes it 8. Now we do not need to regroup in the tens place because our sum is less than 9. 9 or less, regrouping is not needed. 1 plus 2 equals 3. And we have our final answer. 145 plus 237 equals 382. So for example 6, the ones place was the only place that needed regrouping. So we simply carried the 1 over. Very simple additional step there. So for example number 7, I put each of the digits in boxes. It's just something that you can do to make each of the numbers stand out more. Sometimes students find it makes it easier to see the ones, tens, and hundreds placed more clearly. But the steps for solving are exactly the same. We start in the ones place. 1 plus 9 equals 10. The 0 and 10 goes in the ones place. The 1, the number 10, gets carried over to the tens place. 1 plus 9 again is 10. We add the 1 that we carried over, it makes 11. So the 1, the number 11, goes in the tens place. The other 1, the number 11, gets carried over to the hundreds place. 7 plus 1 equals 8, plus the 1 that we carried over makes it 9. And our answer is 910. All right, example number 8 now. 427 plus 384. 7 plus 4 equals 11. So 1, carry the 1. 2 plus 8 equals 10, plus 1 is 11. Again, 1, carry the 1 over. 4 plus 3 equals 7, plus the 1 that we carried over makes it 8. And we have our final answer. 427 plus 384 equals 811. Example number 9 now, 523 plus 229. Always start in the ones place. 3 plus 9 equals 12. So the 2 and 12 goes in the ones place. The 1, the number 12, gets carried over to the tens place. 2 plus 2 equals 4. We add the 1 that we carried over to that, and it equals 5. 5 plus 2 equals 7. And we have our final answer. 523 plus 229 equals 752. Final example of the show, 488 plus 299. So we start in the ones place. 8 plus 9 equals 17. 7, carry the 1. 8 plus 9, again, equals 17. Plus 1 is 18. 8, carry the 1. 4 plus 2 is 6. We add the 1 that we carried over. That makes it 7. And our answer is 787. So that includes our math problems for episode 7 of the Mr. Camilleri Show. So to recap, 3-digit addition, you add the digits in the ones, tens, and hundreds place, and if your sum is 10 or more, You need to regroup, and you regroup by carrying the one over. I hope you all enjoyed the show for today. These episodes of the Mr. Camilleri Show will premiere on YouTube every Thursday at 7, 6 Central. And these episodes will also be streaming on Rumble. Huge thank you to everybody that tuned in. Let me know what you thought of the video. Leave a comment. Leave any questions that you might have. And if there is another area of math or reading that you're having difficulty with, put that in the comments and I will do a future video on that skill. Until next time, this is Mr. Camilleri signing off.